Hey everybody, happy Thursday, June the 26th, 2025. Hot as a firecracker here in South Carolina. Ooh, wait, see my face all red? I've been out in the sun, been out in the yard, so everybody's doing well today. Hope you're staying cool wherever you are. And had a bad storm here last night, so I'm hoping everybody weathered that storm as well. It got pretty ugly here, so anyway. I hope everybody's doing well today. If you're new, please subscribe to the channel below so you get the notifications of the videos when I post them. All right, now, let's go over a couple things real quick here. First of all, we've got GE, got a massive $500 million investment coming in, and they're going to move it from China to Kentucky. We've got our SCOTUS, and this is from my state of South Carolina. We've been fighting this for a while. We're really, really red. Sometimes we're called the Bible Belt, but we ain't all, listen, we got Lindsey Graham here. We got James Clyburn here. What's his name? Clyburn? Whatever names. We got, okay, Nancy Mace is here in my state, which, then that's fine. But anyway, the SCOTUS just voted 6-3 in favor of South Carolina banning Planned Parenthood from Medicaid taxpayer dollars. Jackson, Sotomayor, and Kagan dissented, which means, but that's a huge victory for this state, but it opens the door for other, and they'll be the red states, it's one of those things. We don't want Medicaid paying. I don't want I guess you're going to find another way. They will, but it's huge. SCOTUS sided with South Carolina on that. Medicaid's not going to pay for it. So, yay. And so this next thing we'll talk about has been a hot topic for about 10 years. Nobody's talking about it. I found it on patriots.win, and I actually followed it to the original post, which is on X, or Twitter, whatever you want, X. Now, I'm going to have to be careful about what I say and how I say it, so I might have to be spelling some of this, so get ready for your spelling bees. Put your little spelling bee hat on. Because this could get me in trouble with YT. I'm already in trouble with them. I still have a warning on my channel from 2019. Imagine that. Okay, we'll go back to the 2016 election between DJT, HRC, and Bernie. There was a gentleman named SETHRICH that worked for the DNC. He was a Bernie bro, but he saw what the DNC and Donna Brazile and HRC, what they were doing to Bernie. Remember, they pretty much paid Bernie off to step aside for her. Remember the shiny little red car and the plane that they gave Bernie, so he would step aside for that, okay? Well, that upset him, so he is the one that leaked all the DNC stuff that was supposed to be Russiagate. He's the one that leaked it from the inside out to Julian Assange of WikiLeaks. And he unloaded everything. And that's when the Russiagate, because after the election, they were like, oh, she was supposed to win. She wasn't supposed to lose. And they had it all planned out. Well, when he won, that's when they were freaked out, going, no. And so, anyway, prior to that, okay, so he leaks this stuff, and I'm talking everything. Now, this is the first rabbit hole that I went at with myself and many, many people who got in on this 10 years ago. This was our first rabbit hole, was WikiLeaks. And it's still out there, I think. WikiLeaks.com. And this was the worst of the worst. And Julian Assange dropped it all. And that's what cost her the election. This is where the PIZZAGATE came out. This is where the FRAZZLEDRIP came out. This is where all the pictures, this is where Maria Abramovic came out. The Podestas, the whole ugly, nasty, horrible thing that kept me awake for 2.5 years. Okay, so now, Ty Clevenger, which is the attorney who's been working on this for 10 years, he has not given up. So now we've got, so he got upset and he leaked it to Julian Assange, and hence came the Russiagate. No, Putin did it, blah, blah, blah. So, and it was leaked from the outside. That was proven by Julian Assange himself. He said over and over that it was not. It was leaked from the inside. So, anyway, so this gentleman, S-E-T-H, is headed home one night, and he gets S-H-O-T in the back. They called it a robbery by two MS-13 gangs. But, oh, his wallet and his jewelry and everything was on him. Well, he wasn't dead. He went to a so-called mystery hospital, and he supposedly died there. Now, nobody knows what hospital that is, but one day after that happened to him, the DNC paid CrowdStrike. Remember CrowdStrike? You know, the voters tell you $98,849. Okay. 1 month later, his friend was named Sean Lucas. And I remember this because this guy filmed himself going into the DNC and serving them with an election fraud lawsuit. He filmed himself going in there. He was a bald-headed guy. So he filmed himself going there and serving them, and he was all about himself. Well, one day after that, guess what they found him as, okay? And again, the DNC paid CrowdStrike $113,000 for the day after that. Now, we got Donna Brazile and the Mayor Bowser of D.C. They went to this mystery hospital, and they actually took a selfie from there. I remember that. With each other, smiling ear to ear. Also, in this particular thing that I saw today, somebody had went ahead and leaked the actual leak of WikiLeaks from a certain John Podesta. Remember John and Tony Podesta? Well, they leaked an email from Podesta saying, I quote, "I'm definitely for making an example of a suspected leaker, whether or not we have any real basis for it or not," unquote. All right. Now, the questions out here is, did Donna Brazile and the DNC hire these two undocumented MS-13, they're like mercenaries, to take these two out? Well, actually, it was to take out SETH, and that happened on July 10th of 2016. Now, did DC Mayor Bowser cover that up by having... See, what happened is two MS-13 guys took him out. And the next day, two other people took them out. You see what I'm saying? And Bowser's behind it. So you've got the two that did this to SETH and the other guy, MS-13. Well, to get rid of them, she got somebody... two more to get rid of them. You see how that works? And also you got your FBI. They covered all that up. Now, he allegedly died at this mysterious anonymous hospital. To this day, we don't know what hospital, but we got Donna Brazile and Bowser went to the mystery hospital to so-called, quote, check on the condition of SETH, unquote. Yet nobody knows where this hospital is. Now, because of the pictures that have surfaced with these two, there's a question of, were they a couple? Pictures say maybe they were. But the whole thing is, here we are 10 years later, and Ty Clevenger, like I said, he's been the attorney on this. He ain't let this thing go. So this came out today. You got the actual leaked WikiLeaks of Podesta. You've got pictures coming out. All this, I saw all this years ago. Okay? And so now it's back out here again. And nobody's ever been held accountable for that. Okay? So we got Donna Brazile and Mel Bow Wow. I call her Bow Wow. Majorly. And I remembered all this when I saw it today. I was like, oh my gosh, I remember all this. And I remember the picture that came out after he passed away or whatever. And they're just smiling, lovey-dovey together. Yeah. So, I don't know how far this is going to go because they keep, every time it comes out, it goes away. Kind of like a certain person's BIRTH cert, you know. that for some reason we just can't get it out here, although we know all about him. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the scoop on this. I'm sorry I had to kind of chop it up there, but I get in trouble with this one. So basically, it's back out here again, and he was not dead. They said it was robbery. No, it wasn't. So the whole thing is, two MS-13 people did it, and then Bow Wow got 2 other ones to get rid of them. So there was no trail. So it's back out here again. One source. I followed it to X. So the guy needs justice. Really needs justice for this. And I want to know, and now we've got this Tim Waltz. And I told you, I think it's in my last video or one of the videos, this guy that shot these Democrats has already said that Tim Waltz hired him to take out Amy Klobuchar to get her seat. Nobody's saying anything about that. They just sued him for giving, preference or whatever, goodies to the illegals. They just sued him the last couple of days for that. What about that? What? I don't know, my friends. I don't know if these people will ever be accountable for this, but this stuff with SETH been going on way too long. So anyway, so it's back out here again, and there's all kind of stuff going on. Anyway, but that's it for today. That one kind of, I found that last night. I was like, oh. So anyway, and I do think WikiLeaks is still out there. Let me see, WikiLeaks.com or WikiLeaks.org. I believe it's all still out there. And you can really start, yeah. I didn't sleep for 2.5 years. And I had 2 of my girlfriends that went down that same rabbit hole and we didn't know about it. And this was back then, Facebook was real big and there was no censorship. So we were on Facebook and we were dropping truth bombs all over Facebook in 2015. After that was when the censorship came down. And I mean, we were on fire on Facebook with this stuff. All right. And there were so many things going on back then. Q came out in 2017. Woo. Okay. I had just gotten over WikiLeaks. That was 2015. Here came Q. Oh my God, my brain is. Anyway, it's been a ride, my friends. It's been a roll. Anyway, so that's it for now, and I'll keep my eye on other things. But I just want to catch everybody on this. Nobody's talking about it, but I am. Anyway, all right, my friends. Have a great day. Leave a comment below. Thumb up the video. Share it, and invite your friends. We are 3 away from 100 subs. Invite your friends and your mama and them. Tell them to come on over. Come on over. All right, my friends. I'll see y'all soon. Take it easy. God bless.